This morning, we're learning new details about how President-elect Trump's mass deportation plans could play out when he returns to the White House. NBC News is exclusive reporting that the incoming administration is preparing a list of countries where it may deport migrants if the countries where those migrants are from refuse to accept them. This according to three sources familiar with the matter. Joining us now, her exclusive reporting, NBC's Julia Ainsley, also from El Paso, Texas, Lauren Villagran, national reporter for USA Today. So, Julia, what more did you learn? I mean, what countries are on this list and why?
It's a surprising list, Jose. We're talking about Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Panama, and Grenada. Now, I understand they may explore more of those. They definitely want Mexico to be on that list. They want to be able to deport people from inside the United States back to Mexico. It's one of the reasons why Trump has threatened those tariffs recently. But those are small countries that the Trump transition team believes that they can deport migrants to because they think that they have the political and economic and diplomatic pressure to force them to do so. But a lot of those countries are not people who are having a lot of their own nationals come to the United States. So if you're talking about people, say, from Venezuela, a country that won't take their nationals back, they would then be accepting Venezuelans who don't know anything about the culture, may not even speak the language in those countries, Jose.
Yeah, it's so interesting because they're relatively, of all of them, these are relatively small countries, right? I mean, Grenada, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Panama, where, of course, Panama has seen a huge impact on their country because it is very close to where the Darien jungle and all of that area is. But, Lauren, you also have new reporting about how the humanitarian crisis in Mexico is bringing out strong reactions from Mexicans.
Yes, Jose. I was traveling in Mexico recently. Of course, I'm here at the El Paso Ciudad Juarez border, where, we have seen a sharp drop in migration over to the U.S. side, but more migrants waiting in Mexico. And it's really started to shift public opinion in Mexico against migrants, which is a fairly new development.
Yeah, and so what is it that they're saying?
Yeah, so there are two new surveys out. One from last year shows that 7 in 10 Mexicans believe that migration through Mexico is excessive. You got another survey from the United Nations Refugee Agency showing increasingly negative views against migrants among Mexicans, and also a lot of misunderstanding of why people are migrating. The vast majority of respondents to the UN survey, for example, believe that migrants, are moving through their country for economic reasons to head for jobs in the United States, when more than half of migrants respond to the United Nations' own surveys of migrants, saying that, they're fleeing violence and insecurity. As you know, the reasons that people flee their countries are as varied as the people themselves.
Yeah. And Julia, meanwhile, thousands of unaccompanied migrant children continue coming into the U.S. every month. In a very real way, Julia, this is another family separation policy, but created and run by the cartels. Why are they doing it now?
Well, it's something that we've seen ebb and flow over the years. I've heard the Rio Grande Valley area of Texas is one they're particularly watching now for a rise in unaccompanied children. But, Jose, a lot of times when we're talking about unaccompanied children, we might be talking about 16, 17-year-olds. These are little children. There have been children, look at these children, ages 2 and 5, coming with numbers. Smugglers bring them across. They're not coming with groups of people they know. They're coming through smugglers. A lot of times parents get desperate. They send their children. And don't forget, there are new Biden administration asylum policies that make it very difficult for anyone to cross if they are an adult. So in some cases, there are families who are deciding it's easier to risk it, send their child with a smuggler, and then try to get them into the United States that way. But it's something that the Texas Department of Public Safety has been really following. As you can see, these are their videos. They want to show this, Jose, to show how dangerous these routes are. But let's not forget, this is going to be a state that's going to be working hand in glove with the future Trump administration for mass deportation. So these are the kind of videos we would expect to see from them as they try to crack down on immigration.